5th August is one of the darkest days in the recent history of Jammu and Kashmir. On this day, the Hindu nationalist Indian government took away the special autonomous status of the state of Jammu and Kashmir by scrapping Article 370 and 35A of its constitution. This act is in a blatant violation of United Nations resolutions and the international law. In this way, the Indian government has deprived the Kashmiri people of their political, social, and religious rights. They wanted to scrap Article 370 and 35A anyway. They have enforced their blind law. They don't need the Kashmiri people, they just need the land of Kashmir. They don't care whether the Kashmiri dies or stays hungry. To suppress protests against this blatant injustice, the Indian government imposed the worst lockdown restrictions. 8 million Kashmiris were imprisoned in their homes. We have been pushed into the Stone Age. We have no contact with the outside world. We don't even know the situation in our neighborhoods. This will have very dangerous consequences. India is following the same policy like the Israeli settlements in Palestine.
यहाँ पे हम सब क्रैकडाउन में जैसे हैं, हम हाउस अरेस्ट हैं और बोला कि यहाँ 1000 बार रात के 2 बजे 2:30 बजे से कंटिन्यू फोर्स आ रहा है.
A complete media blackout was imposed in the occupied state to hide the situation from the world. Today, journalists are arrested as a punishment for speaking the truth. Kashmir's online media is down. Indian media is showing something else. What they're showing to the world is not what's happening on ground. And what's actually happening on ground is not being shown outside. We were forced to delete our footages. Who is behind all this? Internet and telephone services were cut off. And the entire state was under the worst military siege, which continues to this day. Thousands of human rights activists and common people were arrested in false and baseless cases. In the last 3 years, the Indian occupied forces have not spared any brutal method to suppress the voices of Kashmiris. Since 5th August 2019, more than 650 Kashmiris have been martyred, most of them in fake encounters or under custody. Indian occupied forces have demolished more than 2,000 residential houses of Kashmiris to hurt them economically. In the last 3 years, the Indian government has enforced more than 200 new laws. These laws are aimed towards turning the Kashmiris strangers in their own homeland. The Indian government has started implementing its malicious campaign of turning the Muslim majority into a minority by issuing over 3 million domiciles to non-Kashmiris. What was their motive behind abrogating Article 370? Kashmiri people have rejected all laws that the Indian government has enforced here after this. Recently, land laws have been amended and the state of Jammu and Kashmir has been put on sale for non-Kashmiris. We will not let this happen at any cost. This law is an attack on our culture, assets, resources, our identity, and our dignity. We do not accept this law, no matter what. The Indian government's real motive behind abrogation of Article 370 and 35A is to settle down huge numbers of non-Kashmiris into Kashmir, to convert the Muslim majority into a minority, so that India can get the results of its choice in case a plebiscite is held in Kashmir.